What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Oh, just realized my microphone was up. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series. The first race of the 2005 season is about to be underway. The Daytona 500 is about to start, and Tony Stewart is your pole sitter here from Daytona. Carl Edwards, the rookie, starting on his outside in the 99 machine, replacing Jeff Burton as he's moved from Roush Racing. And then further down, or further back I should say, Rusty Wallace in his final season driving that 2 car, and possibly final season in the MG Cup Series, starting on the inside back there in 5th place. Last season's champion starting right behind him, Jimmy Johnson, and then the other 2 championship contenders from last year, Jeff Gordon and Jamie McMurray, starting right there behind him. This field is absolutely stacked here today. 43 great race cars as I look up to see Quinn Houff in the wall at Phoenix, final race of the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series season. But there's 43 great race cars here in the field, and only one of them can win it. It's all about to play out right here. 30 laps around the Daytona International Speedway. The Great American Race is about to begin. The Daytona 500 is about to start here. And there it is. The green flag is in the air. The third running of the Great American Race is underway. Tony Stewart tried to pull out ahead, but look at Matt Kenseth, last season's Daytona 500 winner, right on the back bumper of Carl Edwards, and about pushed him ahead. They're 3 wide already as Edwards is out of line, but his teammate Greg Biffle in the 16 machine is back there as well. All 4 of the 5 Roush cars in this race qualified inside the top 10, but now starting to weave around on the back straightaway here. Moves being made throughout the entire pack. Everyone's trying to pick the best line for them. Mark Martin goes high, gonna go with his Roush teammates here. But here comes Rusty Wallace looking to lead a lap in the Daytona 500. Off of turn 4, let's get a good flyby. There they go. Rusty Wallace in his final, possibly his final Daytona 500, is going to lead the first lap. And already moves being made. Tony Stewart getting shuffled back. Here comes Jimmy Johnson, last season's champion, your defending champion, to the lead. A push from Jeff Gordon, his teammate and biggest championship rival from last season. Look at Elliott Sadler up in the top 3 as well. Lots of great cars up in the mix. Now here comes Jeff Gordon looking low. Sadler's going to go with Johnson on the high side. And here comes Rusty Wallace with a push from Tony Stewart. Cars are everywhere already here. Oh, down on the apron, the 86. Chris Mack got a little loose there. Was able to keep it straight. New colors for Papyrus Racing once again. Got a little bit of gray thrown into the mix. Look at Ryan Newman in the 12. Out in front here at Daytona, the 45 of Kyle Petty right behind him. Nice to see Petty out in front. Look at the 29 of Kevin Harvick up there as well. The 25 of Brian Vickers behind Harvick. Now Harvick looks to the inside. Where's Newman going to go? Newman goes to block the 45. Now he's going to hop back down to the bottom, entering the corner here. Oh, Willie. He stays down in the middle. He's kind of gingerly making that move back down low. But he's going to get back in front of the 29 of Harvick. It's really bumpy. You see the 86 going over the bumps. Seems to get very loose off of turn 4 each time. He does not seem very comfortable being in the middle right now. Chris Mack stuck in the middle of 3 wide with a very ill-handling race car, but he's still trying to work his way up through the pack. Now making another move underneath Jeff Gordon. There's still 3 wide back there. Off of turn 2, get a good flyby as we come down the back stretch now. Look at this view, heading down the back straightaway. Look at all the moves being made. The 01 of Joe Nemechek goes high. The high line starting to form up a little bit here. Oh, look at Sadler ducking down in the middle lane. Kurt Busch in the 97 trying to work his way up. 15 of Michael Waltrip. Down on the bottom, there's the 43 of Jeff Green up into the mix as well here. Chris Mack is up on the high side. Pushing Brian Vickers here in the 25. The 19 and Jeremy Mayfield led the last lap, but now here comes his teammate Casey Kane out to the front. The bottom line has more cars on it. It's a little more organized than the high line, so they do power ahead, especially through the corners. But off the top, they get a good run on the corner exit. 86 of Chris Mack. Now underneath Joe Nemechek, he's back 3 wide. He's got Tony Stewart right behind him. Stewart wants to go to the front. But now here comes the 29 of Kevin Harvick. Tried to shut the door on him, couldn't quite. Mack in the middle. Very loose, very ill-handling car. I don't think he wants to be in this situation right now. And now look at this. Looking at almost 4 wide. That could have been bad if they went forward there. Oh, the 32. Bobby Hamilton Jr., the rookie. Hamilton got a little squirrely. He's in the middle in that 32 car. That Tide machine that Ricky Craven drove last season and the season before. Chris Mack all over his bumper. Really nowhere to go. He's loose. Contact being made. He had to back off there. Tony Stewart all over his rear end. Stewart giving him no breathing room here, as we're still in the middle of 3 wide. Heading down the backstretch now. Here they come. Jeff Green looking to the inside of Casey Mears. Jeff Green is going to take the lead here from Daytona. The Daytona 500 off to a crazy start. As Jeff Green now takes the lead and moves to the front. That middle lane going nowhere, but they're still trying to get to the front. Bobby Hamilton in the middle, kind of stuck there. So is Chris Mack. He really does not want to be in the middle. He wants to get out of that lane as soon as he can. And now another driver going to the front, Michael Waltrip, but they're trading the lead left and right back there, or up there. Dale Jr., Waltrip's teammate, right behind him. Seems like every couple of corners a driver tries to lead and then they drop back. Not sure if it's a strategy thing. Nobody wants to be out in front. Everybody's trying to get some advertisement, some TV time for their sponsors or something. I don't know. But everybody goes to the front, drops back. Another car gets to the front, then they drop back on the high side. Maybe they're just trying to get the high side formed up. Bobby Hamilton got a little loose there once again. Chris Mack still with Tony Stewart all over his back bumper. Doesn't really know what to do, has nowhere to go. Stewart, and now they're 4 wide. Tony Stewart can try to get down to the bottom here. He has a hole. Oh boy, look at this. This is not going to end well. This isn't going to end well at all. They need to hurry up and sort this out. Chris Mack gets up to the high side. That's going to sort that out for the moment. Look at the rookie Kyle Busch in the 5 car up into the mix. A stacked rookie roster as well. They're 4 wide, or 3 wide off of turn 4. And they're 4 wide once again here in the tri-oval. They're going to run out of room. There they go. Elliott Sadler into the wall. The big one strikes on lap 10. And it was bound to happen sooner or later. Multiple cars involved in it. Wrecking further down into the corner. Jeff Green up onto his lid. So is Joe Nemechek. 2 cars upside down. Nemechek rolls back onto his wheels. Jamie McMurray destroyed. A wild wreck from Daytona, but racing back to the line. 77 of Travis Kvapil behind the 22 of Scott Wimmer. They're going absolutely nowhere. Look who's on the inside taking the lead right now. That's the 11 of Jason Leffler out in front. Leffler's going to take the lead from Daytona. Carl Edwards going to try to make a move up high. Couldn't quite get there. Jason Leffler, your leader from Daytona. And a wild wreck in turns 1 and 2. Bring out the first caution of the day. Let's take a look at what happened to bring out that caution. Look at this, in the middle of 4 wide through the tri-oval here. And they just kind of run out of room. Oh, Dale Jarrett gets hooked up the track. Or doesn't, I can't tell what happened to Jarrett there. Oh yeah, Jarrett was in a bad spot. He was bouncing off of cars left and right. Bounces off of Kyle Busch. Goes up the racetrack into the 86 of Chris Mack, and at the same time caught his teammate in the 38. Kyle Busch got into the 38 of Elliott Sattler, Dale Jarrett's teammate, and they all just kind of ran out of room at once there. Chris Mack, wrong place at the wrong time, gets sent up the racetrack, and they go into the outside wall with Casey Mears, collecting the 43 of Jeff Green as well. Then a couple cars go sliding down to the bottom of the racetrack. Look at Chris Mack through the grass here. He's going to slide around, do a little bit of a 360. And then gets hit from behind by Joe Nemechek. And then these guys that are down in the grass have no grip. They're going to slide back up the racetrack. Kyle Busch slides out of the grass, collects the 43 of Jeff Green. And then these guys that are just now getting out of the grass have nowhere to go. You see multiple cars getting popped under their roof. 4301 go for a wild ride in the big one here from Daytona. Let's watch it again from another angle. You can see right here how they just ran out of room. And there goes everybody. Now the first part wasn't too bad. They were just kind of sliding around through the grass. Once they got down into turn 1 though, that's when it got worse. You saw the 29 ran into the back of the 42, sent him into the 01, and that sent the 01 up and over. The 43 flipped, the 41 with heavy damage. Man, they were still wrecking further down here. Kyle Busch, hard hit from Jeff Burton in the 31. See the 07 of Dave Blaney in the field as well. Nice to see Blaney back in the pack after I believe not having a ride last season. Season's off to a crazy start, I'll tell you that. Jason Leffler leads us back to the caution. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series here on Fox. And we actually have an announcement, a few announcements, or yeah, just one announcement I guess to make. As you can already hear the new engine sounds with the cars. Not too new, but a little different. And an announcement to make, we actually have a few TV deals that have been made during the off season. So we'll be broadcasting on a few different channels as well for certain races. Now the first couple of races will be right here on Fox. I believe the first 4, and then it'll get mixed up a little bit. But the green flag is about to fly. And here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Let's go on board with the 11 of Jason Leffler as we get back up to speed. Look at Carl Edwards going to the inside. That FedEx 11 of Leffler falling back a little bit here. Carl Edwards in the 99 goes past Jimmy Johnson. The 16 of Greg Biffle as well. The back bumper of Edwards in the 99. And now Jimmy Johnson goes to his inside. They're side by side. They're 3 and 4. Carl Edwards has no help. Greg Biffle, Edwards' teammate, pushing Johnson to the front. Got a little bit of linking up going on back here. The 86 of Chris Mack had a blinding restart there, as he was not caught up to the pack yet. So when the green flag flew, he caught the pack at about full speed, way past the line, and just blew by everybody. Now he's back up into the mix. That is legal, and he could do it again if he really wanted to. Excuse me, I apologize for that, everybody. but that move is legal as long as you don't abuse it. If you do it every single restart, they will probably put a rule in place not to do it, but for now, it is not a rule. But look at that 86 car. A new look for Chris Mack and Papyrus Racing this season. Look at this, a visor cam for the 86 driver. Look at this view. A little bit of a bird's eye view of the race going on right now above the track, following the cars around the racetrack. Getting a pretty cool camera angle. Look at Jimmy Johnson all the way up the racetrack, get shuffled out as they go 3 wide up front. Look at Kurt Busch going to the front here. Busch seems to be pretty good at these restrictor plate tracks, and he's won 2 straight Talladega races. Or not 2 straight, but the same event 2 years in a row. Now here comes the 0 of Mike Bliss to the front. Seems like every season we get a different driver in the 0 car. Bliss had a hard crash at Sonoma last season with Chris Mack, but now he's out in front. As these guys are bunching up, the intensity is about to ramp up here. We're getting a third lane going. We're about to go 3 wide once again. These guys can tell that we're getting down to the end of the race. 12 laps to go from Daytona. Oh, trouble! Around goes the 32 of Bobby Hamilton on the backstretch, straightens it out, no caution. Oh my goodness, launches over the curbing from the infield road course here. A little chicane on the backstretch. Let's take a look at what just happened to Hamilton here as he got spun. Looks like they just kind of ran out of room. Oh yeah, the 86 got tight. 32 was kind of coming down a little bit. They just ran out of room. Round went to 32. Great job to keep his fenders on it, but watch this. Yoink! Right over, cleared the paved portion of the track right there. But now let's cut back to our live feed. Coming through 1 and 2 once again, off of turn 2. Look at the 7 of Robbie Gordon up into the mix. Robbie Gordon was injured last season. Since Chicagoland missed the entire rest of the season, but then got sacked from Richard Childress Racing. Decided, heck with it, I'm gonna start my own team. So that's a car that he owns. Robbie Gordon does. Robbie Gordon Racing, Motorsports, whatever you call it, the team. They own the number 7 car, and he's driving it here. That Harris number 7. We saw Harris sponsor Larry Foyt when he went and got his first win at Atlanta in 2003. And now they're back on the 7 machine. Look at Carl Edwards on the high side. Looks like the top just kind of fizzled out a little bit. Through 3 and 4 once again, coming off of turn 4. Look at how tightly packed everyone is. It's a kind of a shock that we've only had 1 wreck and a spin. The way these guys are racing, they haven't slowed it down at all. There's actually, now that we're within 10 to go, intensity's ramping up. We see the 75 of David Starr getting pushed up out of line there. No sponsors on that 75 machine still. Made his first couple of starts last season. Oh, trouble! Into the outside wall goes Robbie Gordon in multiple cars. There goes the 0 into the wall. Robbie Gordon up and over, barrel rolling wildly through the grass. A big crash on the backstretch. Gordon over and over on the back straightaway. Chris Mack in the grass trying to get it going again. Second wreck of his day here. And Travis Kvapil leads back to the yellow flag in the 77 machine. a huge wreck on the backstretch, takes out Robbie Gordon and others. Gordon went for a wild ride. Car barrel rolled numerous times before coming to a rest on all four wheels. Caution comes out once again, and we're glad the 7 driver is okay. Let's go back now and take a look at what just happened. Down the backstretch, looks like they were 4 wide there, and they just kind of ran out of room. The 07 of Dave Blaney, the 7 of Robbie Gordon. Looks like Robbie tried to go high a little bit. Didn't realize there were 3. Tried to take it 4 wide, and that just wasn't going to work. And then here comes Ryan Newman, nowhere to go, right into the door, sends the 7 onto his roof. He gets into the grass and just digs in and goes for a vicious flip. Absolutely wild ride for the 7 of Robbie Gordon. And let's take another look at it here. Watch this. They go into the wall. Around goes to 7. Around goes to 15. They collect the 0. Up and over to 7. The 86 spins. Oh my goodness. Chris Mack launched over the curb. And you see the 7 car just tumbling. Gets back on all 4 wheels there. Let's look at it one more time from another angle. They go into the wall. The 07, the 97, the 18, they all spin. Bang! Right into the door goes the 12. And then the 7 just kind of tumbles a little bit. And then gets into the grass, digs in, and he's going to completely just eat it there. Just absolutely eats it. As he goes rolling and rolling. As I look up to see Chase Briscoe in the wall in the real race. And he comes to a stop. Wild, wild stuff here from Daytona. Let's take another look at it from this view. Look at that 7 car just tumble through the grass. The 86, look behind Robbie Gordon. Look at the 86 back there. Launches over the curb. The car nearly turns over. The roof flaps set him back onto the ground. But, man, that's just some wild stuff. Let's go on board with a few drivers here. First off, the 86 of Chris Mack. Let's see what he saw. Gets on the brake. Does a good job. Then gets into the grass and around it goes. No catching it. Oh my goodness. Oh, and a pretty big hit into the inside wall as well there. Chris Mack not having a good Daytona 500 this season. Wrecked out of every Daytona 500 so far. Looking to change that here today. Doesn't have too significant damage, but obviously won't be as competitive as he was earlier. Let's go on board now with the 97 of Kurt Busch. With Michael Waltrip in the 15. Oh, wild thing to see. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And let's go back a little bit. You'll see the 86 launch in the background as well there. You'll see the 86. You see the 7 to the left. Look to the right. You'll see the 86 of Chris Mack. Way up into the air. Over the curb. Over the transition, I should say. And the 7 on the left side of your screen, now towards the middle, goes tumbling and rolling and flipping wildly through the grass. Robbie Gordon, in his first race back here in the MG Cup Series, goes for a just absolutely just the craziest ride I've ever seen. But that's what brought out our second caution of the day. We're going to finish this here after this. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series here on Fox. The season opener is about to come to a close here from Daytona International Speedway. Travis Quapple, the rookie Travis Quapple, is your leader in the 77 machine. Another rookie behind him, Jason Leffler in the 11. Two rookies out in front from Daytona here. And the 22 of Scott Wimmer running third. The 4 back there, that's Mike Wallace, I believe, in the 4 car. Green flag in the air. We're racing once again here from Daytona. Leffler jumped to the high side, has no help. As they get back up to speed, Greg Biffle trying to gain a spot off of this. Use Leffler's draft, that's to his advantage. And then Wimmer gets underneath the 77, so that moves Travis Quapple up the racetrack. And now here comes Scott Wimmer and Mike Wallace to the front. We've seen Wallace in action here before in the MG Cup Series, but not full time, so this is his rookie season as well. He has come in to replace his brother, Rusty, a couple of times, but not full time. And we just have a couple of laps to go, coming around the 3 to go this time by. Things are not slowing down at all. Travis Quapple up to the high side. He's stuck there, and now here comes Leffler to the middle. He's got no help though. Everybody just moved up high or down low. Now Greg Biffle's trying to get in line. He's not gonna get there. Here comes Scott Riggs in the 10 underneath him. David Starr still up in the mix, trying to push that 10 car. Travis Quapple gonna try to squeeze in the line here. Jimmy Johnson up into the mix. Here comes Jeff Gordon down on the bottom. Ken Schrader right behind the 24. 99 of Carl Edwards back there as well. The 4th car in the middle line. Now the 3rd as Jeff Gordon moves up. Here comes Ken Schrader. Schrader has a run. What's he gonna do? They're 3 wide for second. Schrader looking low on Jeff Gordon. He's gonna get there. Jimmy Johnson gonna try to push his teammate back up to the front. Or will he? He looks to the high side a little bit, but he's gonna stay in line with the 24. But it's not gonna be enough. They don't have enough cars up there to help them stay up front. Everybody's down low. The bottom is the preferred lane at the moment. We come to the white flag one more time around. Ken Schrader out in front in the 49 machine. And down in turn 1, here comes Tony Stewart to the inside. Stewart's going to look to make his move through 1 and 2. And he's got the help to do it. Schrader up there on the high side with no help at all. Carl Edwards trying to do something with him, but he can't quite. Here comes Dale Jr. with the run as well. Can Jr. win the Daytona 500 for the first time? He's got a run, but here comes Greg Biffle to his inside. Biffle up in the 2nd. Here comes Scott Riggs in the 10. A lot of underdogs up front here. Cars are everywhere, but coming off of turn 4, Greg Biffle gonna try to make one final run at it. Tony Stewart blocks it. Tony Stewart is gonna win the Daytona 500. The one race he couldn't win in NASCAR, Tony Stewart does it in the MG Cup Series. How about that for Tony? As he takes the checkered flag from Daytona. First career Daytona 500 win. And I believe 4th career MG Cup Series win. What a finish. Greg Biffle was 1 spot away from getting the first win and completing the Cinderella story. Couldn't quite do it. How about Scott Riggs finishing 3rd? The 77 of Travis Quapple finishes 5th. And defending last year's Daytona 500 champion Matt Kenseth finished 4th. Pretty consistent stats, I must say. Having 2 good finishes here. But Tony Stewart wins the whole thing. How about David Starr in the 75 finishing 9th here today? I'd say that's a good run for him. Mike Wallace rounding out the top 10. But that's going to do it for this race. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. Hope to see you guys next race. And until then, peace.